Hi, y'all. Welcome.
Happy day.
Happy day. In this case, evening. This is an evening shoot.
We're evening. We always start to film on like days where we've just worked like dogs all day, and then we have to prep everything. So we sit down at like 8 p.m.
We're just beat little potatoes over here, but the show don't stop, baby. This is
The
showbiz.
show must go on.
This is showbiz.
It must. So today we're talking about alcohol, but before we get into it, we have a few updates.
We always like to, excuse me, we always like to recap from the last episode, and the last episode was about pets. It was a great one.
It was a good one.
And what are the updates, babe?
So Sprouty has been throwing up at least once a month, maybe twice a month for the last many months. And we kind of just thought maybe it was anxiety. But then when I called the vet, of course, they're like, you need to bring her in. She might need x-rays, blah, 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 which is like thousands of dollars. So we bring her in and nope, it's anxiety. They're pretty sure. They want to rule out anxiety.
Yeah.
But the poor little Peach is just an anxious little pup. So now she's on Prozac.
She's on like doggy Prozac. I forget. It's not, what's it actually called? I forget. Some science word. But yeah, she's a COVID. This is going to turn into a pet episode as usual. So let's keep this brief. She's a COVID dog, so that probably has something to do with her, separation anxiety, and she gets anxious around, kiwi, and it's a whole thing. So she's on drugs.
So it's funny that we were like, they were wolves, and it's like now our dog is on them, but we're hoping to wean her off. We just need to do some things. So we're following a whole checklist of things, and hopefully she's confident and stable soon.
Yeah, I don't want this to be a lifelong thing, because she's strong enough. We're gonna do a little regimen.
She's a Kimmel, damn it.
Yeah, she's a Kimmel, damn it. She is a wolf. We're gonna do a few things as recommended by the vet, and she'll be right as rain, baby.
Yeah,
she'll be right as rain.
Right as rain.
And I think were there other items from last episode? Not really.
I feel like it will come to me. There was one thing that I wanted to fact check, but as of right now, no.
Yeah, nothing. All right, we'll keep it brewing in the back of your noodle, and we'll see.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So alcohol. We, upon looking at ideas for an alcohol episode, they were all about sobriety. And as you can see, that is not us.
We do like to have some drinks. We're not going to lie.
Yeah. We keep it tame.
We keep it, well, most of the time. Elyse keeps it tame.
I keep it tame because I always have to work the next day.
I can while out sometimes. But, it's like we wanted to approach this episode as like, like realistic. Like, of course, there's many, many downsides of alcohol. But also like, if it's your thing, and no shade to non-drinkers, hell yeah, more power. But if it's...
You're going to look great when you're 60.
Yeah, you're going to look insane. You're going to look so good. You're healthier. But if you enjoy a few drinks, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
What's your history with drinks, Slex? Where did it all start? Like where,
Well, I can't say, because
yeah.
I can't say the first drink I had, because that'll come into play later. But I did drink in high school. It was introduced to me at a young age, and it was like, in hindsight, I wish I just like had my, I wish I had my sights set on like bigger things at a younger age. But it's like I grew up in a small town, and I rolled with a group of friends where it was like, you're just trying to find alcohol every weekend. You're trying to go to parties. I threw an insane party. My parents know all about this because I got caught.
And you're in your 30s, so.
Yeah, no. Don't worry, my parents know about this. It was like, if you've seen American Pie or like Superbad or whatever, like goat level party.
Wow.
And I can't even get into all the details, but me and my homie Blake, shout out Blake, we orchestrated this whole thing where we were staying at another friend's house. By the way, my parents were up. They were taking my brother back to college in Vermont, and my sister went with them. So open house, and I was supposed to be staying elsewhere. We told Blake's mom we were going to someone else's house, and then it was go time. We got the hookup from an older brother or no, like an older homie with a fake ID, and we got tons of alcohol, put out the word. It ended up just being out of control.
Are you scared at all?
At certain points, but we held it down. Like my mom and dad have like a lot of like breakable like pictures and paintings in the basement. Blake and I took all those down. We locked certain cabinets, like we locked them up that we didn't want people going to. I ran a tight ship. No one's car was up at the house. I shuttled people there at the bottom of the neighborhood. There's kind of a rec center area with a pool. So there's a big parking lot. Everyone would park down there. They would coordinate with me. I would go down, pick them up, and shuttle them up.
You're still so proud. You're like beaming.
Well, yeah. Well, I remember because I would pick up some of like the hot chicks, and I remember I was super into 2001, like Chronic 2001, the Dre album, which is just like a masterpiece of an album. And I remember just like bumping Dre in my car, trying to like impress.
You're so cool.
Trying to be so cool, playing it like absolutely unnecessarily loud, but just like feeling just like an absolute G. And
did you get caught?
I got caught. Yeah.
You got caught.
Yeah. I mean, oh man, there's too many great details, but yeah, long story short, there's no way mainly my mom and dad were noticing clues, but especially my mom. She's a little sleuth.
Of course. Yeah.
And she was noticing little details and finally like pieced everything together, and it was over. So, but yeah, that was a highlight of my like delinquent years as a high school kid.
You also had an older brother, so I feel like you could get into like cooler parties and like be on alcohol more.
My brother was very like welcoming. But to give myself some props, I was a cool younger brother. I like earned my keep. I'm gonna give myself that. So all my brother's friends liked me. So I would like go to parties with them and meet other people. And my brother was like very welcoming, which was awesome because I feel like you see it mainly in movies where it's like the older brother's like just like hates the younger brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good times.
That's awesome.
So that's my big story.
I love that. My first time getting pretty blackout.
Wait, this isn't one of the questions, right?
No.
This is okay.
Not for me.
Continue.
Me and my friend were going. I was really big into church back then, and
gotta do it. Praise the Lord.
It was a dope church, like very progressive, fun band. This is like back before like every church had a fun band.
Yeah.
So it was like really awesome, and they would have teen nights, and you would go and like they literally set up like a skate park in the church.
I like wish there were pictures because you've talked about this before, and I like don't
know what you mean. It was like a whole like ramp, like the U ramp.
Yeah, like the half pipe or whatever.
Yeah,
like
right?
a temporary one.
You were there, right? Or am I making? I feel like I make things up.
Sometimes you make things up.
I think so. I feel like I remember this. People were at least like skating around for sure.
Was it like a concrete?
I'll have to ask my sister, but they were skating inside.
Turns out it didn't happen ever. Like when you thought that a human body was, they brought it into high school anatomy.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
That happened. The skate park happened. And me and my friend, they were doing a talent show night. So we were like, oh, we'll dress up in tie-dye, crimp our hair.
Gotta.
And
just foxes on the loose.
And read poetry while banging on Tupperware. Very cool. And
that was your talent show.
Yeah, we were like hippies that read poetry, but
cute.
We ended up we were like, let's try this vodka, man. And we like drank vodka, and it was like Smirnoff. It was like
shitty.
Like, I remember thinking like, this is permanent marker. This is terrible. But we drank like a good amount. Got buzzed, and then went and performed as hippies on bongo drums, aka Tupperware, at church. And we were just like trashed, but like nobody knew because we were at church. Nobody assumed.
Wow. And also like it's almost like that's like the persona you're playing in the talent show. So if you're being a little zany, that's just acting, baby. Yeah. That's showbiz.
Yeah.
Wait, so father or pastor, whoever, or
he wasn't there. It was run by like the cool hip couple that was like the children's leadership pastors.
They probably knew, but they were probably just like, let them rock. Let them rock and roll. Because it's like, okay, yeah, you shouldn't get shit canned as an underage and go to church. But also, it's like, you could be doing worse things. You could be going and like
I could go
robbing
to a party.
bank. You could be going to a party.
But no, I went to church.
You could be, instead you decided to party in the house of the Lord, which is like impressive.
Ain't no party like a Lord party.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
so that was
rocks.
one of my first times. Another time I went to a friend's birthday party, brought the vodka in a water bottle, hid it in like the bathroom stall, proceeded to get just so blackout drunk, and they called my mom. Like I like literally blacked out. I don't remember.
You hid it in the bathroom stall, so you would like go back and take rips.
Take rips.
It's like in The Godfather where he like hid the
because
gun
the
in the
guy
stall.
that I liked from camp was there, and I was like,
Oh, you were nervous.
trying to like be cool around him, and
by
then I
getting
just
a little
like let it
drunk.
slip a little too hard, and then he like left way early, and I remember like asking like where he was, and they were like, he left a while ago, and you're drunk, and here's your mom.
Did he leave because you were acting a fool or just a coincidence?
Probably.
Babe.
And I know. And then
I
I
hate
remember
that guy.
my
I'll kill
mom
him.
like trying to give me dry bread to be like, this will make you. I remember her like laughing at me because my mom like, you know, at that age, like she wouldn't have yelled at me. You know, my mom, she's like not going to yell at me. She just thinks it's hilarious almost.
And also, it's like at that point, it's like, what
Yeah,
are you going to do?
do?
You're already drunk. So,
So she kept being like, this will
having a
make you
laugh.
feel better. And I kept like slapping it away like, no, I hate it.
Just like dry Wonder Bread. It was probably good bread. It's probably good Italian bread.
No, it was probably like Wonder Bread.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wonder Bread. Ugh.
Yeah. All right. And then I feel like
Good
we've,
times.
you know, college, you rev it way up.
Oh,
You
yeah.
revved it way up. You got in trouble for it.
Oh, yeah. My freshman year, you know, it's like if you've gone to college and you're like staying at college, it's different to commuting, no shade, but it's just different. If you're like living on campus, you're a child, dude. You're 18 years old, and I met a group of homies that just like were ready to party. We got the alcohol plug, like pretty early on, like first week. And I think like the second week, the dorm next door to me was some of my friends, and we were like bumping music and partying, and I was taking just hard pulls on like Smirnoff pineapple. It was it's tasty. It's good. I couldn't drink it for years, but now I'm back. Was slamming it, and I got blackout drunk, and that's when I was like running from my friends, and I ran up. It was a mess. I like ran. So I was on the 3rd floor, and there's 4 floors. So I ran up to the 4th floor and like went into some random person's dorm room and like jumped in the bed with him. Didn't know the person. Thank God that, you know, they were probably like so shook, but also it's like, you know, they're young too. So they're probably like, okay, whatever. My friends got me out of there, and then I kept running, and I ended up being arrested and taken to detox. You know, the drunk tank. And obviously, when you're underage, they can't let you go until you're like sober. And there was this quote. So once the cops got me, I was like chill as a cucumber. I don't remember it, but apparently I was cuffed and behind my back, sitting and saying, "I'm Chris Kimmel and I'm chilling." And I kept saying, "I'm just chilling, man." And they were asking me my name, and I'm like, "My name's Chris Kimmel and I'm chilling." And for the whole rest of that year, people would be like saying that quote and be just saying like, I'm the just chilling guy."
Nice.
You can ask anyone. If any of my freshman homies are out there, you remember that shit. It's funny to look back, but it was very embarrassing. It
reckless,
sucked. Yeah. It was reckless. And I got another one again. That was a little more whack. I'll make this quick. I went out to another party and got like super drunk, and one of the RAs saw that I was like very drunk, but I wasn't being belligerent. I wasn't doing anything. I was just going back to the dorm. And he was like, I'm not going to say his name, but I hated that guy for the rest of the year. I still hate him. You know who you are. I'm not going to say your name. You know who you are. Wasn't doing anything. Yes, drunk, not doing anything. Yes, drunk, not doing anything. He called the campus police on me, and they came to, well, I was at a girl's dorm room, to be honest. I was with a girl in her dorm room, but we're both drunk. But they came and
You
arrested
still love
me.
her.
I miss her. I'm not going to say her name, but I love her and miss her. I think she's married. Probably
Well,
got
yeah,
kids.
so are
Who knows?
you.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Things change, babe. Yeah, so I got taken to detox again, and I got my second. It's MIP, minor in possession. So that was my second one, and I was super close to getting like kicked out of school. It was not good, but I still stand by it. Yes, I was irresponsible, but the second one, I was just partying and going home, and this shitbag. It's like that was it. He like got off on like getting kids in trouble.
Yeah. Should have invited him.
And I say kids, he was like 1 year older than me.
That's all it takes for
He was
maturity.
a kid. I know. All right. Anyways, I was a degenerate.
I remember in college, I finally found a guy that would buy us alcohol that was a senior.
You have to do it.
And for like a tall, he would only get us tall boys. And for the tall boy, he would charge us like $70.
What a scumbag.
And literally every time, and we don't know. So I'm just like, it's $7. And then the next time he'd be like, oh no, it was $9. And we were just basically like paying for his alcohol too.
Yeah, because like a tall boy is like, well, now with inflation, what, they're like $4, but back then they were probably like $2.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He would just make a killing off of you dweebs.
And I didn't even like it. I just drank it because that's all that we could get.
What a dweeb. Would he go to like a gas station?
Probably. Yeah. He sucked. His name was Connor something.
Connor,
Shout
if you're
out
out
Connor.
there, tisk broski.
Tisk.
I hope you're better now.
Yeah.
Not ripping poor, sweet little ladies off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So with all of this, we have a lot of friends that don't drink alcohol. We have a lot of friends that do drink alcohol. So we were kind of looking into the pros and cons. Some cons of drinking alcohol, as
the weird thing,
we might know.
Sorry to cut you off. We looked it up, and it turns out there are some negatives to drinking. Go on.
I know we didn't think so, but damage to your liver, obviously, increase risk of heart disease, higher blood pressure, hangxiety, which if you don't know what hangxiety is,
what is that?
It's when you wake up the next morning not totally remembering what you were saying the night before. So you have a hangover full of anxiety. That's kind of the worst. That's pretty crippling.
And it's also,
mentally.
it's like you're thinking about things, but also it's like a literal physiological thing. Like because your body's going through withdrawal, you get like anxious and your nerves, like it's not just like, it's like a physical thing. It's insane.
Ugh,
anyways.
It's the worst. It can impair your blood function, impact judgment, obviously. You could fall or injure yourself, so there's a lot of, you could text that person you don't want to be texting. There's a lot of cons with drinking too much alcohol.
If you're 10 beers deep and you're thinking about texting your ex, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Think about it and do it sober. Don't do it drunk.
But there are some pros too.
Believe it or not.
There are pros. And that's why we drink.
Yeah, and we'll say the number one pro on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Fun.
It's fun to drink. It is.
Come
it's like
on.
a social thing. You go out like for a glass of wine with your friend. It loosens you up, meeting people.
Work queen. Preach,
and yes, of
queen.
course, you don't need to be loosened up. You can just be confident, but like that's hard. So
sometimes it's a social lubricant.
Yeah. Or if you're like, we went bowling the other week and it's so fun to just like have a drink while you're bowling, like an activity, and you're just like having a nice time. Mm-hmm. We're actually going paint and sipping soon.
Can't wait. Paint and sip.
That will be fun. So it can be like an add-on, a little addition to a fun time.
Again, and we're sounding like just fiends. Like there are like we can do it without drinks. We've done like dry months and all that. Mm-hmm. It sucks, but no. Yeah, I don't know. And also like, not even to sound like an old man, but like, it's great to just like, it's like enjoy like the taste. Like I love a good, like a nice beer, like a nice tastes. IPA, or like a delicious cocktail with like sophisticated notes and tones.
That's true.
Seriously.
I do like the taste. I don't like the taste of a lot of
of course
alcoholic drinks, but I do like the taste of some, and those I really like.
Oh, yeah.
But you have other pros on there.
This is only for certain alcohol. There's a decreased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. That's what it said.
Yeah.
In moderation.
Right. L in moderation. Yeah.
Interesting.
And a decrease
The
in
cognitive
kidney
decline-
stones.
Oh, I didn't see that. Kidney stones. Really? Well, I think it depends on the alcohol, because if there's like high sugar alcohol, because aren't kidney stones caused by sugar, or is it calcium?
Salt.
Was it salt?
Yeah. And like acidic things and like spicy things.
Spicy. Okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. This is all in moderation. Obviously, you don't like chug like a full bottle of tequila and be like, I'm decreasing my risk of heart disease.
It literally said online, like, these could be like pros in drinking, but if you haven't already been drinking, like, don't start for these pros.
Right. Yeah.
But there are like 2 alcohols that are actually like, again, in moderation could be beneficial.
Like scientifically proven.
Yeah, and that's red wine, which has antioxidants called polyphenols, which improve your heart health and cognitive function. So like a glass of red wine actually can be good for you.
Again, 1 glass.
Yeah.
Maybe 1.5.
1 for women, 2 for men. It said
then cut
like
it.
1 a day is fine, but not 7 a week. So you have to have like 2 days off.
Wow. So if you're... Wait a sec. If we like say hypothetically we really cut down on alcohol and we do like 1 glass of wine for me and you, maybe like 4 days a week as part of our regimen, that's just like chill. Wow.
Well, you can have 2 because you're a guy.
Hello. Like, how tall is this pour, baby? Are we talking like to the rim?
Moderate. You alcoholic. And then tequila, because the agave has prebiotics in it and it's good for your gut.
I love that.
Which I love tequila.
So you just like
so that's
rip a
great.
shot of tequila. Oh, this is a fun thing. Elise thought she was allergic to tequila for a while. I always secretly lurked in the shadows as a skeptic, to be honest.
Literally, I feel like it was the first Christmas we spent together. So from 2018 to 2024, I thought that I was allergic to tequila and didn't touch it and was so sad because I loved margaritas.
Facts.
And it's because whenever I would have it in a drink, like a mixed drink and it had tequila in it, or like I took a shot of tequila, I would immediately, like my stomach would start to burn and I would throw up immediately and then I would be fine.
Yeah, it seemed to correlate.
And so I cut it out. That never happened again. I was like, well, that sucks, but I guess this is me. We went to a wedding almost a year ago now in Oaxaca, and
Good
our
times.
friend's best wedding ever had drinks that were basically only mezcal. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try it and see. And I drank mezcal the whole night. Was fine. Didn't even end up with a hangover because it was probably like top shelf mezcal.
It was like amazing mezcal.
And since then, I've been drinking tequila and I'm fine.
I was really pumped when that change happened because I love having a good marg.
Me too.
And also, it's like, I feel like there were times, it kind of sounds silly, but like I feel like there were times where like that's the only thing somehow, and you're like, you can't participate.
Yeah.
And it's such like tequila's got like a lot of character, but it's also like a super versatile liquor, which I love.
I also just feel like tequila's like got it figured out. Like tequila's like the mature older sister to like vodka. Like no shade on vodka, love a dirty martini. You can do more with vodka, but you also could feel sick on vodka, mix things with vodka. Like tequila's like, you can't mix everything with tequila. So when you do, it's like on purpose. It's intentional. Tequila's got it going on. I'm telling you.
I mean, my sister, I don't want to like put words into her mouth, but she always, I feel like a lot of like, my sister's a bartender. Shout out Elyse. So is Elise's sister.
Yeah. Shout out Brie.
Shout out Brie. I feel like vodka, to your point, is like when there's people that are like really into different like alcohols and liquor, vodka is kind of like the degenerate uncle that like that, because it's like super transparent. So it's good for mixing, but it's like lacks the character that like gin has and like bourbon and tequila. So I think you're right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's made from potatoes.
The vodka, yeah. And yeah. I think don't you make vodka where you just put a garden hose and you shoot the water through the potato?
And that's it.
And I think that's it. Mm-hmm. So you can make your own vodka.
Okay, so now we're going to play the game. What's that drink? You want to do it again?
Yeah. What's that drink?
So, Slex and I.
What's that drink, Elyse?
Yes. So we have gotten secret drinks for each other. Mine are all red wines.
Mm-hmm.
Red wines.
Red wines.
And his are all light beers.
Yep.
And we don't know each other's.
Correct.
Or no, we don't know our own. We
Right.
know what we got each other.
So I poured Elise's, she poured mine.
So we're going to give each other 5 options for each one. And then the person that's tasting them has to guess what each one is. And obviously there's only 4. So one of them is a trickery.
Yeah, one's trickery. So, yeah, we went to the, like our own, Elyse went to a gas station. I went to a wine store. Did not see any of the ones. Not that it would really matter. Like, I feel like even if you saw them, you're still
That's
like,
true.
But didn't even see what types that they are. So we don't know what the 5th trickery one is. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay, Slex, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. And then so you tell me what
So do
my
1 through
options
4.
are. Wait,
Yep.
you do give me my options, right?
I give you 5 options.
I just realized I only have the type of wine, not the company. That's fine, right?
Right.
Okay.
I definitely wouldn't know that. I'll barely know the wine, to be honest.
Okay.
I like a mixed blend, so.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to first
Okay.
tell me what I have? I'll write
Yes.
them all out and
Yep.
then I'll number them.
Yep.
Yeah. Hold on.
So the 5 choices are Bud Light,
Okay.
Miller Lite, Coors Light, Yingling, which he's from Pennsylvania, so he likes Yingling, and Modelo.
I love Yang.
Okay. So those are 5 choices, and he has to pick which of the 4, which one each one is.
Wow. Okay, I'll start at. Wait, can I like? Oh, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Do I walk them through it as I go? And can I like
Talk about the tones,
So-
the hints of flavor you taste.
before I start? Hypothetically, say I taste one and I'm like, oh, I think that's Bud Light, but then I taste the next and say,
Right, 1 through 4, and you can erase, and you can keep
I can
as
switch.
you keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure all the rules are correct. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, I'm
right.
excited for this. All right, I'm gonna go for 1. Let's do this. I wish I had a palate cleanser. I wish I had sorbetto to cleanse my palate.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does it smell like?
Sure as hell smells like just like a shitty macro beer.
There you go.
I think that's Miller. I'm just gonna put a 1 by Miller. I think Miller's my least favorite of all these, so let's just start there. Okay, so number 2. They taste the same. Are you sure it's not all the same? You're not tricking me? Hold on. I'm gonna say that's Coors. That feels Coorsy. So 2 Coors. Or Thrizzle.
Mhm.
So that's got a little more body to it, a little more bite. Still like very, very light and very like shitty, but more body. And they're like kind of warm, which is like, what? I'm going to say that's Bud Light. Come on. Yeah, that's definitely Yingling. I cheated a little bit because this one looks a little darker. Oh, wait.
It is also in an orange cup.
I know. Wait. Yeah. Maybe that's not Yang. Frick. Wait. That's not Yang. I'm going to say that's Modelo. Final answer.
Really?
Wait. Let me
All
do
right.
one.
How about I tell you this? You got 1 right.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I'm so bad. All right. Let me go back through. No, that is Yang. I'm switching. Modelo is not in it, and I think we have Modelo at the house, so I think Elise was trying to be tricky, like before this. So 4 is Ying. Now I'm like, now that I tried all of them, 1 is Bud Light. 2 is Coors. I'm switching
you
everything.
Had that. You had 2 for Coors.
Oh no, wait.
You had 2 for Coors.
3 is Coors, 2 is Miller. Final answer. 1 Bud Light, 2 Miller, 3 Coors, 4 Yingling. How'd I do?
You now have only 1, but you lost 1 that was right.
Ah!
So we didn't have any Bud Light. The first one was Modelo, which you usually like.
So
that's
shitty.
Like a huge like slap in the face for Modelo. It's thinking
Wait,
it's Bud Light.
1's Modelo?
Yeah, brother.
I feel like a fool.
I
it was
do
like
too. I'm,
warm though.
hurt
Did
by
you
it.
heat them up?
No, they've been sitting out for this whole time we've been
Oh, that's
talking.
true. That's true.
Number 2 was Coors, so you switched it last minute.
Oh my god, I could have killed it.
It's as cold as mountains, babe.
It wasn't that cold.
3 was Miller Lite. So you switched it to 2 and you had it at 1. So you were definitely not right with that. And then 4 was Yingling, which you said no. And then you came back, which is good that you came back.
Frick. So I could have at least had 2 right if I just like trusted you second guess yourself. That was hard. I don't know.
I recommend you do that because that was just fun to watch. Do that with your partner, a friend.
I think mine's easier than yours.
Oh,
yours
this is going to be so hard. Yeah.
So
here we go.
Elise has 4 red wines, and I give 1 trickery. So,
okay, let me write
if you want to start to write them out.
Mm-hmm. So I drink wine, right? But like I don't know wine,
right?
At all.
I try to know
it. A forward.
My parents are big into wine. Her dad's really into wine.
Yeah, and
Even
they'll be
your
like,
mom.
"Try this, smell it," and we're just like, it's good.
I will say I can tell when it's good wine and when it's shitty wine for sure.
If I don't like it, I can tell.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
What are my 5
But
options?
I don't know I can't tell the difference of, okay. So, you have a red blend.
Blend. Okay.
You have a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cab Sav.
Cab Sav.
Got it.
You have a Pinot Noir.
Noir.
You have un Malbec.
I do like Malbec.
Et un Merlot.
Oh. I've never really drank Merlot. I feel like, so I
All right, y'all. So that's 1 through 4.
Okay. All right.
Good luck. You're not going to know any of these. Or maybe you will.
I'm going to smell all of them first. I think that makes me look cultured and also...
Taste with all your senses.
Okay. So 2 is more sharply scented than 1.
So what does that tell you, babe?
3 is darker than 2 smell-wise, if that makes sense to anybody.
It's funny.
I think I'd prefer 1 and 4. So just from smell, I'm not going to write it down, but just from smell, I'd say 1 is a blend and 4 is like a Malbec. Just from scent.
You like Malbecs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Very good. Good
I'm
tasting
going to say
technique.
it's a blend because I like it.
Okay.
So 1 for blend.
1 for blend.
Yeah. That one's going to be either a Merlot or a Cab. So I'm going to put a 2 by both.
Oh, and you'll revisit.
I'll revisit. I feel like that's one my dad would get, and I'd be like, I don't mind, and then I'd get it, and I'd be like, oh, actually, this isn't my favorite. That's like,
your dad likes Cab Savs and Merlots.
They're like the more mature wine to get. I'm like, give me a blend, baby. Malbec is also a blend, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think
blends are great. So this is 3. This is 3 for the viewers.
I'm gonna say 3 is a Merlot because I really don't like it. Could be a Pinot Noir too, though.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say 3 for that.
Okay.
And then Interesting. This is tasty. I'm going to say Malbec.
For a 4? Is that 4?
It's tasty. It's kind of like minty almost. Thoughts? Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
So I have 1 blend, 2 Cab Sauv, 3 Merlot, and 4 Malbec.
Let me see.
Am I right on anything?
You currently have 1 right.
Damn. Okay. All right. I'm going to switch.
You can go back through. You can taste them. Do whatever you got to do, babe. See, this...
Maybe I have to switch the blend with the Malbec. I don't know what I'm like waiting to figure out. I'm like, oh, it's in there somewhere.
It's tough where it's like you didn't really know necessarily the defining qualities in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm speaking for my own.
All right, I'm going to say 2 is Merlot.
Okay.
Oh, that's so bad.
Now I want to try it.
I'm going to say 3 is Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Okay. Did it get any better?
Is that final answer?
Mm-hmm.
Um.
So I said 1 is blend, 2 is Merlot, 3 is Pinot Noir, and 4 is Malbec.
Let me double check here. Right. Sorry. You have 0 right.
Bah. So I was right with the Cab?
Do you want to try one more time? No, we can move on,
Yeah,
right?
no, we don't, yeah.
So 1, ladies and gentlemen, is a Malbec. So
Okay,
you were close
I do like
because
Malbec.
I
Okay.
thought you were going to switch those when you almost did. 2 is a Pinot Noir.
Okay.
3 was the Merlot. So you
Knew
had
it.
it
So
right.
I knew I hate
I don't know why you
Merlot.
switched it.
Try it. Sorry to those that like it. It's like
see.
so aggressive. No.
I don't mind it. But
He
I don't
doesn't
have
mind anything alcoholic, though.
That's not true. There's certain things I don't like. But I like way more than most people. For sure.
Okay. So, okay.
3 was Merlot and 4 was a Cab Sauv. So there was no blend.
Interesting. So I like Cab Sauv.
Let me try the Cab. Sorry, I didn't let you sip my macro beers.
I know what they taste like. It's fine. The Cab was good. You know what I mean? There's like a little like
There's a
flavor
little
of
something.
mint.
There's like a... You had a great analysis, though. I liked your style.
Thank you.
You didn't get any right, but like
I
your
wasn't
head...
correct, but I look like
It was-
I could be correct.
You had 0 right, but you had the Merlot, and then
Yeah.
you just switched it.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt bad because I know you like blends. I was looking for blends, but there's like 3 blend options at Winn-Dixie Liquor, and they all looked so shitty.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, when you go up to your brothers for the Super Bowl, you can take that
I know.
Amarillo with you.
All right, y'all. That was the funnest thing ever. I hope you enjoyed observing
I
it.
hope you do it. It's actually really fun. Go do it with your friends.
It's honestly humbling
It's like, remember the water challenge where people would try all the waters and tell you what water is which?
well, they do that with I feel like they do that with like Cokes, like Coca-Colas, and they get like fountain soda from McDonald's, from Burger King, and people are like really good at it.
Kat would be so good
Yeah.
at Diet Coke. My friend Kat drinks like so many Diet Cokes and
Yeah,
really crush it.
apparently consistently the fountain soda at McDonald's is like fire. I don't know what they do. Maybe it's the syrup to bubbles ratio.
they probably dumped sugar in it.
Yeah, they probably put like cocaine in it
Literally.
or nicotine.
So I guess you won that one with 1.
I got 1, baby.
Congratulations. So what is alcohol really? It's ethanol,
Okay.
and it is the fermentation of sugar mixed with yeast. So the sugar or starch, we'll say, can be from fruits, from vegetables. We have potatoes. We have wheat for beer and things, and then you have like fermented grapes for wine and brandy and such forth. So that's kind of I was trying to look it up and it's like so scientific. I was so bored. I was on Instagram while I was trying to watch this video. So,
But you extracted like the good stuff, the
yeah,
gist.
that was it.
That was it.
In like 1 second. That's
So,
what it is.
Depending on the alcohol, you were saying the ingredients are slightly different, like
Yep.
to give it the defining quality.
Yeah, well, the sugar will be different, and that's how you can get different flavors in different alcohols as well.
And they got like berries, juniper berries and gin.
Yeah, so for gin, it's juniper berries and grains. What's whiskey?
Whiskey's malted grains.
Brandy is fermented fruit juices.
Vodka's potatoes
Or,
grains or beets. So if you got beets,
that's crazy.
don't eat them. Make vodka.
And then tequila, as we talked about, is agave.
Yeah, loved that. And then rum is sugar. Rum is sugar cane or molasses. Obviously, me mateys.
I feel like rum is really impressive that it's sugar based because it doesn't taste sugary and it's like really tasty.
That's true. Well, it depends
know?
on the rum. I think there is like a little bit of something there.
Yeah.
I mean, spiced rum. Well, that's different because spiced rum has like additives.
That's
but, like,
spice.
it has nailed it there. But yeah, I think rum. There's some like sugar aspects. The juniper. Well, any of them kind of like trip me out. But like, I want to know who was like saw juniper berries and was like, maybe did they like try them and they're like, yo, let's like make a freaking drink.
Isn't that interesting?
Because it is
Potatoes? No, all of it.
Oh.
Like literally like finding something and then, well, this is a fun fact.
People are just bored, dude. There's nothing to do.
The elk in Norway get drunk because they eat the fermented fruit when it falls off the tree and they end up trashed because the fruit ends up fermented, and so do deer in America.
Good for them. They're just having a little fun.
Isn't that cute?
It is cute.
Like a drunk deer.
I wonder if it's like a thing where it's like it's accidental, or like maybe it's like out of necessity because they just got to eat. Or do they like return and they're like, yo, it's that time. Let's go back
time
and
of the
while
year.
out.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I remember there was like a thing. I think it was like a drunk owl in Germany. Remember that? There was like a story where like an owl. It was different. It wasn't like fermented berries. It was like fruit. The owl got into like a bottle of liquor and he was just like fucked up.
That's wild.
I think shout out to that owl. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, shout out.
Love an owl. Anyways.
Okay, so
Anyways.
what's your facts, Lex?
Oh, I got a
Tell
great
us.
fact. Well, I wanted to dive dip my little toe into prohibition. Let me just bring up, I took a screenshot because I didn't want to like mess up my fact. So for those of you who don't know what prohibition is, from 1920 to 1933, alcohol was banned in the US. It was literally an amendment. It was the 18th Amendment. But what I didn't know, this was a little tricky little thing.
Side note, Slex got a haircut today. Doesn't he look hot?
Doesn't it look cool, y'all? So I went short on the sides, but kept it long up top, and I'm just feeling like a bad little boy. So it's chill. Prohibition. This is crazy. So I always thought it was like you can't drink, no drinks, blah blah blah. Wrong. It was illegal to manufacture, sell, transport, and import alcohol. However, it was not illegal to consume alcohol. So if you had owned it prior to the law being enacted, like you're fine. You're not going to get arrested. So like people would, especially like rich people, would stockpile. Like there were like reports. Like there were, history says that people would like rich people would like buy out liquor stores.
Wow.
And people would find loopholes too. Obviously, if you've heard of speakeasies, that came from Prohibition times where there were like secret bars and it would be alcohol being imported from like Mexico and Canada and being hidden in shit and all that stuff. But the other funny thing I saw was, hold on, I have it written here. Drugstores were able to continue selling alcohol as medicine. Yeah. So the Volstead Act included a few interesting exceptions to the ban of distributing alcohol. Oh, sacramental wine was allowed.
Of course.
So if you're,
I bet churches were like flooded with.
Well,
people.
yeah, it literally said like sacramental wine was still permitted for religious purposes, and a number of questionable rabbis and priests soon skyrocketed. because it's like, yo, you can like hit the church and like have the blood of Christ, but like be like, you know, I need to be blessed, so let me get another hit of that. Let me rip. And next thing you know, you're trashed on the blood of Christ.
Of course.
So that was allowed. And then for certain, like for like toothaches and stuff like that, drugstores and doctors could still prescribe alcohol. And wait, it says this pharmaceutical booze often came with seemingly laughable doctor's orders, such as take 3 ounces every hour for stimulant until stimulated. So it's like,
hell yeah.
They're pretty much, they're just pretty much encouraging you to just
Take
like
some shots.
just blast. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So anyways, that's my fun fact.
That's a great fact.
Thank you.
My fact is past as well.
Go on.
Evidence of alcohol beverages dates back 5400 BC.
Whoa.
In Iran, 3150 BC in Egypt, 3000 BC in Babylon, 2000 in Mexico, what is now Mexico, 1500 BC in Sudan, 6000 in Georgia, and that's like the oldest one for wine production.
Georgia in Asia, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they found a Sumerian tablet from 2050 BC that was dated and signed, and it was a receipt for beer, a beer delivery from a brewer called Alulu.
That's amazing.
And it literally like basically said like beer from Alulu was delivered to whoever the brewery was.
Wow.
In 2050 BC.
Alulu, just slanging bevies.
So if you're looking to open up a new brewery, like name it Alulu.
Alulu's cute.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not
so
crazy.
It's like, you know, like hate it or love it, you don't consume it, you know, all the above. It has been ingrained in society. Pun intended, ingrained. Hello. For centuries. What did you say it was? What AD?
No, BC.
BC.
Everything's BC.
Oh yeah. Well, no, even that, it's back to the sacrament. It's like Christ was like, you know,
but he was AD.
Legend has it.
He's AD.
Right. But I'm saying
he's the whole
he
thing.
turned water to wine.
Yeah.
So it's like even alcohol was like.
Even Jesus wants you to drink.
Even
baby.
Jesus was like throwing back a few. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he didn't act a fool. He wasn't getting MIPs.
He was doing it for the pros.
For fun.
Yeah.
To promote
improve heart health and cognitive function.
Well, he did red wine, so antioxidants. He knew.
Yeah, he knew.
He says, "Take this, all of you, and drink from it. You'll get baller and antioxidants. Yeah. This is the blood of my blah 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 or whatever it is."
You keep going. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my little facty.
Love it.
Yeah. We were also thinking about how it's crazy that like you don't really realize it until you know. You don't know till you know.
You don't know till you know.
That like Prosecco isn't like, I always thought that like champagne was like awesome and then Prosecco like wasn't as good, which like kind of that's actually true, but
not quite.
Champagne is Prosecco. They're all sparkling wine. You might know this, so this might seem whatever, but if you don't know this, Champagne is from Champagne, France. So it has to be from the region of Champagne to be called champagne. Right. Similarly to Prosecco is from Prosecco, Italy.
Yeah.
And so it's just an Italian version of champagne. It's not as good, no offense, Italy, but
there's some great Proseccos.
There's some great
people
Proseccos.
People are going to be blowing up the comment section.
Blow up the comment section.
You don't think?
Do it.
You think Le Champagne?
I think champagne always, and maybe it's a placebo.
Because you're
just
French,
like,
baby.
That's definitely,
you're a little Rousseau girl.
But I'm Italian too.
I forgot. You're half
My
and half.
two sides are fighting.
Yeah, oh
it's
my
an internal
God.
battle.
I'm sorry to hear
and
that.
then we have Scotch from Scotland, which has to be aged for at least 3 years in Scotland in the barrels.
I get it.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah.
I love that. I would love to go to all three of those places and like, even though I'm not like a Scotch person, but just like to see like it's like a history, it's like a culture thing, which I think is like really cool. It gives it like more meaning than just like drinking for fun.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm with that. I think I'm more thinking about the Tennessee whiskey thing. My parents were telling me they went on like a tour in I think it's Lynchburg. Don't quote me on that. Where Jack Daniels is from, and apparently whiskey technically can't be called Tennessee whiskey if it's not brewed in a specific county in Tennessee. If it's brewed in Tennessee, but not in that county, not Tennessee whiskey.
So Jack Daniels is.
Jack Daniels, yeah, they set the precedent. Oh. I think it's Lynchburg. I'm not positive, but that to me, like, I get the champagne, I get the Prosecco, but that to me is gatekeeping because it's like, you're in the damn state.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's maybe some politics to it as well, like some gatekeeping, but that's for another.
Well, that's like Kleenex being actually just tissues, and we all call them Kleenex. Yeah. You make it first, you get to call the rules. You call the shots,
you call
if you will.
Shots, baby.
Shots.
Shot. Wine shot.
So next we have, how well do you know your partner?
Or as we like to call it,
HWDYKYP. So we pose a topic, and then we both have to guess and flip the boards and see if we're right. Basically, that's it. So first we're going with Slexy's favorite weekday drink.
Weekday drink.
He drinks on weekdays, by himself, with friends.
Both.
All of it.
That's tough, but I'm going to... Okay. This is a tough one because obviously there's multiple options and, you know, things change from time to time, but I'm really trying to think of like the overall average. Yeah. Okay, ready?
Ready, set, go.
Vodka soda. Yeah! Nice, babe.
Woo!
So I have a soda stream. You know, those are the devices.
Sponsor us.
What?
Sponsor us.
SodaStream, please sponsor us. So I've had a SodaStream. Shout out my mom and dad. They got one for me probably for Christmas like years ago. It was when we lived in Denver in the first place.
I feel like you had it when we started dating. No?
Yeah. No, maybe at the beginning. And you know, you just can carbonate your own water. You if you want, you can add different syrups to make soda, but I don't even do that. I just carbonate my own water. So the amount of money I've saved not having to...
It'd be bad if you didn't drink it.
Yeah.
It'd be a crime.
So I have no choice but to drink vodka sodas. But no, I'm just saying, I probably saved in the thousands on club soda, in the billions. You think?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, next.
All right.
Elyse is my favorite restaurant drink. So when we go out to eat dinner, what do I get?
This is between two, I think.
And of course, there's like if we're Mexican versus Italian vibes.
But no, this is like overall. If you were like,
yeah.
if you were at a restaurant on a desert island and could only choose one drink, what would it be? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, ready?
Yeah, I think I spelled it wrong, but that's okay. 3, 2, 1.
Dirty martini. Babe.
Oof.
What? I did a bunch of U's too. Dirty.
You're not wrong, but it depends on the restaurant. So I would say like overall champagne would be the thing.
I thought you always love.
I love dirty martinis, but also Slex makes the best dirty martinis. So
you like to have them here.
I have them when we're out. I like to have them when we're out to dinner with your parents because your dad loves dirty martinis too. So it's like a fun bonding moment. But if you get it best at home, that's kind of like, and I don't want to sound like a cocky ass, but I make really good pasta dishes because I like grew up with an Italian mom. I know flavors. Yeah. So I just make really good pasta dishes.
Amazing
so like to go out and spend money on pasta to me seems redundant. Like why would I do that when I can do it here?
Unless it's like a really good spot.
Of course.
Yeah.
But like Slex makes the best dirty martini. Obviously he also just like knows what I like. I basically just want to drink a jar of olive juice. Yeah. So why would I spend $30 on a dirty martini if I could have it? So I'm just thinking, like, generally speaking, my go-to is champagne if they don't have, like, certain things.
No, I should have known that. Yeah, the key is not even that I make the best one. I, like, know her preferred ratios.
So you make the best one.
I make the best one for her. I make it pretty damn good one. But, like, we like them Very, very dirty. A lot of olive juice. And vodka martinis, obviously.
Yeah.
Because a dirty gin martini might be
Yuck.
weird.
Okay.
Okay.
Slex's first alcoholic bevy, which he couldn't talk about at the beginning because now here we are.
Tying it in, baby. Let's
Tying it
go.
in. Bring it back.
I hope you get this.
Oh, wait.
First alcoholic bevy. Other than the blood of Christ. It can't be red wine. Are you going to write that? No. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Mike's Hard.
Whoa. Nice.
I wrote Smirnoff Ice and I was like, no, wait. I'm pretty sure I remember like.
Did I tell you, or is it because it was just like the standard? It was a long
time ago, but I think that's also just the standard.
That's so.
You also kept writing, and I was like, I feel like there's more to this.
You know, it's funny you say that. I almost wrote Smirnoff as well because obviously they were like competitors back then, and I was like, which one was it?
Remember your first Smirnoff Ice? I was like, alcohol's so good. I remember having it, and I was like, this is the best ever. We got iced on our wedding day, so that sucked because that was like
I am
an immediate headache. I feel like
I'm literally the minority here because if I get iced, sometimes of course it's inconvenient, but Smirnoff Ices are freaking delicious.
Yes, but this also goes with your brand that we've been talking about this whole episode.
I'll just like crush.
That you're excited about getting iced.
Yeah, I think it's so funny and so fun to give out ices and to get iced. I love it. Okay.
All right, last one. Elyse's drink of choice in college.
Oh, this is hard.
So it's not like
Yikes.
the shitty beer that he bought me. Connor. This is like when I was 21 and I could
so not
choose
the tall boys,
what I
not
drank.
the tall boys.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Shoot. And I feel like you were like picky, so it would have been something like just whack.
Honestly speaking, I was kind of a classy broad in college. Okay, like this is pretty dope. This is senior year.
I don't know if I know this.
3, 2, 1.
Cosmopolitan.
No, Andre to the face.
Oh, I should have known.
Which is the shittiest of prosecco. That's not even prosecco. That's just like sparkling wine.
Sparkling, what have you?
I would never drink Andre now. No offense if you drink it, but back then, I would literally drink a whole bottle to my face and then go to the bars and felt great.
Just wow. I don't know why I didn't think champagne. I should have known that. Well, when you started saying you're a classy broad, I was like, oh, was it like...
I don't think I've ever even had a Cosmo.
Wow, that was a horrible guess then, huh?
Yeah.
What is a Cosmo?
We were just watching a video
It's vodka
about
base. No, we were watching a video about Sex on the Beach, I thought.
Oh.
I don't remember what that is.
It's probably... it was cranberry juice.
Pineapple?
Oh, Anthony was doing it on Queer Eye.
A Cosmo? Or Sex on the Beach?
I think it was a Cosmo, and it was...
Shoot.
I'm pretty sure it was cranberry juice, maybe orange liqueur and vodka or something.
I feel like Cosmos are tasty. They gotta be.
That doesn't... Anything with cranberry juice like doesn't turn me on.
Well, I'm glad. I literally almost said like a vodka cranberry.
Oh, yeah.
I was just trying to think of like basic, but with a mixer.
Right.
But champagne. Damn it. That was stupid.
Or we do like at the bar,
husband.
it was called like a...
I'm going to try this again.
Like a sunrise or something, and it was
tequila sunrise.
No, it was like orange juice and vodka, but they called it something.
Oh, screwdriver.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like there was they would add grenadine. I feel like that's the thing.
Maybe
like a vodka sunrise or something.
I'll have all these answers for you next time. Okay,
a lot of fact checking next episode.
Fact or fiction? Are these famous people sober or not?
Ooh.
Fun, right?
Wait.
Okay.
I have to say, how many are there?
4.
And I have to say, like, yes. Okay.
Sober or not?
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Orlando Bloom.
Sober.
No.
Shit.
Jalen Hurts.
Sober.
No.
Frick.
He's the Eagles quarterback. There's no evidence that he's sober. That's what I said. Dua Lipa.
Wait. I said backtrack.
I said
yes.
You
they're
said
both
Orlando
sober.
Bloom and Jalen Hurts are both sober, and they're not. Dua Lipa.
Yes.
Sober?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Rock.
No. He'll drink his tequila.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could have
wow,
come
that
with
was
a big
such
fact,
a sick
but
one.
I was like, let's just do a quick round.
I like that one. That was fun.
There's like a list of 43 celebrities, and it's like, also, why do we care? I just wanted to make it a fun game, but like,
being straight edge is in.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of like
Tom Holland, Zendaya,
Jack Harlow.
which I thought it was Zendaya this whole time, but now everybody's saying Zendaya.
It was. I feel like it's the Berenstain Bears shit, where it was Zendaya for years.
Kind of, and then she started dating Tom Holland, and he started saying
And he
Zendaya, and I'm
says it
like,
weird.
but he's British, but now everybody's saying Zendaya.
I thought it was Zendaya. I'm with you.
She never had a drink. When she turned 21, she just decided to still not drink, and so she's just never.
Oh, she sucks.
Cheers to you, my lovely friends.
Cheers.
Thank you for following us on this journey.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time.
Yeah, if you made it to the end of this episode, you're a real one. We really
it's a long
appreciate
one,
you.
I know. Sorry. We just get hyped up about alcohol, apparently.
Wow. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much. We'll catch you at the next one, yo.
Cheers.
Cheers.